My name is Trina Borden-Smith, and I'm the founder and the director of the Yoga Therapy Institute, Australasia's leading provider of yoga therapy education. And today I'm delighted to be talking to Sarah Collin. Sarah is a yoga and meditation teacher, a yoga therapist, and an Ayurvedic lifestyle consultant who is working from her private studio in the southwest of Western Australia. And Sarah has completed the Yoga Therapy Institute's certificate in Clinical Ayurveda. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, Trina. Pleasure to be here.
And Sarah, how do you incorporate Ayurveda into your yoga therapy consultations?
In the form of lifestyle advice. So since completing the certificate in Clinical Ayurveda, I feel confident to offer dietary recommendations that I didn't before to help people align with their dosha type and just feel more confident in having more knowledge in that area, having done this. And also about seasonal advice. So I feel like I can sort of expand that out and offer seasonal advice to people as well. I stock a range of herbal teas, and since doing the course, I've extended that range. I've become a bit more knowledgeable in learning more about the herbs in the teas. So that really supports that part of my business. I've started offering tongue analysis, which was a little scary in the beginning, but more I do, the more I'm getting confident with it. And I find that people are really intrigued, and so it's a nice process to share with them if you involve them in the process. And I have a much more thorough assessment process now for my consultations than I did before, and I feel like I've got some real tangible solutions to offer my clients.
So Sarah, what problems did you face before taking the certificate in Clinical Ayurveda?
I was challenged with feeling limited in what I could offer my clients in a yoga therapy consultation. I didn't feel confident in the knowledge of Ayurveda enough to offer it. So even though we touched a little bit on it, I felt like having a qualification in it would really help support me. And I feel that that has really helped.
And why did you choose the Yoga Therapy Institute for your Ayurveda course?
I trusted, having done other courses, that what I was reading and what attracted me to the course was going to be delivered professionally, my experience from other courses. So I knew that I could trust that what was promised in the advertising material would be delivered.
What made the certificate in Clinical Ayurveda a good fit for you?
Firstly, the flexible online delivery. So I find living in Western Australia, it's quite isolated, and in the past, travel has been a big barrier to attending quality training, adding time, adding expense for travel and accommodation, significant loss of time in the practice while I'm away. So logistics like that. Also, the content really spoke to me. I could see that if I had that knowledge, I could bring so much more to my consultations and add more depth to my clients. That appealed to me also for restoring my own health. So I just looked at the content and thought, I'm at a stage where I feel like I need to do something for me. So this is going to help me look after my own health and then give me the resources, having really used them to support my clients as well.
What did you enjoy the most about the certificate in Clinical Ayurveda?
That's a bit tricky because there was more than one thing, but I loved the content because it was also relevant. I felt connected to the other participants. There was that aspect of looking forward to seeing everyone online. I really like the online format, and I feel that you can make some really nice connections. The sharing that happens in that platform between everyone is really valuable. There's most certainly a tangible connection through the airwaves. And I think this happens because of the experience of the teacher delivering the course, but also the structure put in place by the Yoga Therapy Institute. In many ways, for me, I find it better than being there in person, having those breakout rooms and the content shared and all the little sharings that go on, and you can see everyone all at once. It really worked for me.
How do you use what you learnt in the course personally and professionally?
So after doing the Ayurvedic course, I made many personal changes in my own sort of habits and routines that are supporting my health as I work with the course content. So I often go over things once I've written lots of notes and tidy them up, and then that reminds me, oh, that's right, I was going to try that product or whatever it might be. So I'm growing more and more herbs in my garden. also as a result of the knowledge that I learned. So that's really delightful, being able to know more herbs, access them, grow them, and have them there to pick and bring into sessions. Just the presence of, even if you just have some herbs in a little vase on the table, but also being able to pick some and put them into a tea or something like that's been really lovely. Professionally, I'm sharing the information, and in doing that helps me embed my learning. So as I share it with my clients, it helps me learn more. I had to get over thinking that I still didn't know enough. So it's that aspect of just start, Sarah, just share it. And you find then that people are so interested that it just flows, and you find that you do have all that you need. I've also started sharing it in little newsletter tips that I send out to my database on a regular basis. And recently I did a little video for my online studio platform talking about seasonal change and Ayurveda. So that was a big step, but that's also what I'm doing. It's really rewarding to just access that information and put it into those platforms and let it grow and spread. It's not much point having this information if you don't share it. So I feel like can't wait till you feel like you've done enough, because that'll be never for me. So it's got to get out there.
And how does Ayurveda support you as a yoga teacher and yoga therapist?
By using my knowledge and walking the talk. So I'm a great believer in walking the talk with everything that I do and living the lifestyle that supports what I say to people. And so I spent more time using the tools for my health to assist me, and that's made a big difference. For example, becoming more in tune with seasonal living and adjusting my lifestyle to suit the seasons. The activities, the foods I choose, and the practices have really helped me improve my health, feel good about myself, and then I feel more confident to share that with others.
What did you achieve by completing this course?
The knowing that I've embarked on an area of study that will satisfy my insatiable appetite for learning for the rest of my life. It's so huge. We learn so much and you end up with so many resources. But there's also that the more you get to know, the more you realise how much you don't know. That was just a nice realisation that this is so satisfying and there's so much more to learn, and being able to really enjoy that process, having embarked on this area.
What is the main reason you would recommend us to another yoga therapist or yoga teacher?
The main reason I'd recommend the Yoga Therapy Institute is the professionalism of the organisation. From the very first contact right through to the completion of the course, the Yoga Therapy Institute delivers on all that's promised that you read about. The course is offered, it's all promised and delivered, not only professionally, but also I found in a really genuine, caring about you and ensuring you're supported every step of the way. I feel that level of support in all areas. So it's very professional, very caring, very real.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about your experience with us?
Well, I keep coming back to do more courses, Trina. So I think, it's like I can't get enough. Yeah.
Sarah, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on Caroline Robertson.
She's a very dynamic teacher, lots of life experiences shared. It's evident that she has this wealth of real hands-on experience as she shares very, very generously case studies and her experience of working with people. In everything she delivers, she backs it up with real life experience, which adds a lot of depth to the material. Caroline is also very engaging. I find that she researches her topics really well so that you know that you're getting the most up-to-date information on what she's delivering. And she's very generous with her resources, and everything she gives you, she'll give you places to source products if she's recommended products. And what you see is what you get with Caroline. She's very passionate, she's very open and honest, and she genuinely cares about what she's sharing with you, and she makes you laugh. She's really real and very engaging, very good.
Thanks so much, Sarah.